Tonight's dinner is a one-pot garlic Parmesan chicken penne pasta with roasted asparagus. Let me show you how to make it. Add in a small bowl a half a teaspoon of paprika, a full tablespoon of Italian seasoning, and some salt and pepper to taste. Add our salt in here. Okay, now we're gonna give this a mix. And we're gonna cut off this excess fat stuff that we don't need in our dish. Okay, once you get the fat, excess fat trimmed off, I like to take a fork and just poke some holes in the top of the chicken. This ensures that it is nice and tender while you cook it. So you're gonna do that to all the chicken breasts. Okay. Now you're going to take the seasonings that we mixed together, and we're going to sprinkle that on top of our chicken, and we're going to generously season both sides of our chicken breast. Get that all nice and seasoned up. Flip it over on the other side and do the same thing. That nice and rubbed in. Pan to heat up, we got our onion and our garlic, and we're gonna give them a chop. So we start with the onion, chop it in half, give it a nice peel. I usually like to take the first layer of onion off just to make sure you get all that skin. Got a little garbage bowl next to me. Halfway through the other video, I realized that my phone had stopped recording, so I didn't get any of me cutting the onion. So I'll post a separate video of how I dice a onion. So now we're gonna get our garlic ready. Now this is where you get to have a little bit of fun with your cooking. You take the edge of your blade and you really just smack down on top of it to break apart your onion. It's a good way to get frustrations out. So we're gonna get this garlic cloves all cleaned up, and we're gonna get them nice and we're gonna get these diced up real nice. Nice and ready. So you can see we got the garlic away from the bulb. Now let me show you how I get it nice and chopped up. So again, taking the back of your blade and smack down onto it, and then it should come right away from its shell, if you want to call it that. Skin. That's the word I was looking for. After you get it away from the skin, take it and just give it nice chops to get it diced up. And we're going to do that for the rest of the garlic. Okay, we got our pan nice and hot. Now we can add our chicken. We're going to cook our chicken on each side for about 5 minutes on each side. And we're not going to touch our chicken. We want to get a nice crust on both sides. So once you place it, forget it for 5 minutes, and then we'll flip it and do 5 minutes on the other side. Okay, 5 minutes is up, and we're going to flip our chicken. It's got a nice color on the one side. Flip them all. Yeah, they're all looking really nice. Good color. And then we're going to leave it alone and let it cook on this side for 5 minutes. Okay, well, we got the chicken cooking on the other side. Let's get our asparagus ready for the roasted asparagus. So I got my asparagus, I got it nice and washed. We're going to cut off the bottom stem. I got a baking sheet lined with aluminum foil next to me. And get that laid out. Get rid of those. I'm going to do this in batches, so I'll get the other bundle right here. So that's all right. We got our asparagus, now let's get that seasoned up. Okay, we got our asparagus cut up here and on a baking sheet. We got our oven preheating to 425. We're going to take some olive oil and we're going to drizzle that on top of the asparagus. And do about 2 passes over it. We're going to take some of that garlic that we chopped up and we're just going to add that on top of our asparagus. And we're going to take some Parmesan cheese, sprinkle that over the top of it as well. Some lemon juice. Not too much, just about a tablespoon, maybe a little less. And we're going to season this with some black pepper. Get that over the top of it. Alright, this is going to go in the oven and it's going to bake at 425 for about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, our chicken's been cooking for about 10 minutes in total time, so we're going to take this off of the heat and let it rest on a plate. Okay, we're then going to bring our flame down to about medium low. We're going to add a little bit more olive oil to our pan. Swirl that around, and we're also going to add a tablespoon of butter and get that nice and melted down here. after you get the butter melted, we're gonna add our diced onion to our pot. We're gonna season that with a little bit of salt and pepper. And we're gonna let this cook for about 3 to 4 minutes, just until we're gonna cook this for about 3 to 4 minutes, like I said, just until the onions are a little bit soft, translucent, and a little bit fragrant. Okay, after our onions have been cooking for a little bit, we're gonna add the rest of our garlic that we chopped up, and we're gonna let this cook. We're gonna stir it and let this cook down for an additional minute or two, just until we really get that garlicky aroma in the air. So after you had time to let the garlic cook for about a minute or two, you're gonna add 2 cups of chicken broth to the bottom of the pan, and using a wooden spoon, we're gonna mix it around, just glazing the bottom, getting the brown bits up, and making sure everything is good there. After you do that, we're gonna let this sit, and we're gonna let it come to a light boil. And then after that, we're gonna add our pasta. All right, after you got your broth to a light boil, we're gonna add our pasta. Only gotta pour in about half of a 16-ounce box. Let's just do a little bit, give that a stir. All right, then we're gonna cover this up, and we're gonna cook this for 10 minutes. Okay, our oven is preheated to 425. We can pop in our asparagus. And we're gonna cook that for 15 minutes minimum, 20 minutes max. Okay, after the pasta's been cooking for about 10 minutes, take off the lid, give it a stir, and we're gonna see if this is al dente. Perfect. Okay, after you got your pasta cooked to al dente, we are going to turn off the heat. Add a half a cup of heavy whipping cream and a cup of grated Parmesan cheese. And you're gonna give this a stir, and then you're gonna let this sit and thicken up for a couple minutes, about a minute or two. Okay, while we wait for the pasta to cook, we can take our cooked chicken breasts and we're gonna cut them into strips. There's our chicken strips, and you have to do a taste test. That's good. Okay, after 15 minutes of baking, this is what our asparagus came out looking like. Looking really, really good. I regret this, but I'm gonna regret this since they just literally came out of the oven, but we gotta give them a try. That's really good asparagus. Very good. Okay, after the sauce is thickened up, we can add our chopped chicken. And give this a good stir. It's nice and incorporated. Now we can take that parsley that we chopped up and throw it over the top. Garlic Parmesan chicken penne pasta. We're gonna take some fresh parsley that we washed, pull some of the leaves off. Knife, and just give this a rough chop. And there you have it, you guys, a one-pot garlic Parmesan chicken penne pasta with roasted asparagus. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, be sure to comment, like, and share the video with your friends. Shoot me a follow for more recipes like this.